What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Frank, and today's video is going to be kind of a recreation of what I did last week. We're going to be going over 4 more cars that are on COPART as of today, which is February 23rd. Some don't have dates yet for sales, and other ones are set for like 2 or 3 days from today. So let's get into the video. Remember to click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and thumbs up the video and comment which of these 4 cars you would get and which one you wouldn't get and the reasons why below. Today we're repping the vintage retro Porsche 911 t-shirt, courtesy of my missus. So I figured it was just suiting for today's video. Anyway, let me bring you guys onto the screen and let's see what cars we got today. All right, guys, so starting off with car number 1, we do have the 2019 Aston Martin Vantage. I figured it was a pretty suiting car to put on here today, being that I had the Vanquish beforehand. I do really like the new Vantages. Some people don't. I mean, I really like the older ones because I feel like they're just a better look that they have on the older generation Aston Martins compared to the newer ones. Obviously, since Aston Martin was purchased, or they're partnered now with AMG, so they essentially, it's just a remodeled, rebranded AMG. It's got the same exact motor inside. It's got the 4.0 liter V8 AMG motor. So anyway, getting onto this one, this car is a pure sale, currently at $4,100 with only 8,500 miles. So again, whoever gets this car is gonna be in for a pretty sweet treat. You can see it's right on here, Crash Toys auction. It's listed as a run and drive. This one is coming out of Texas with the salvage title. So primary damage on this vehicle is going to be to the rear end. You can see the side passenger looks okay. The front looks perfectly fine. Driver's side looks fine. The rear end, where the brunt of the damage is supposed to be, not seeing too much, maybe a little bit over there. Otherwise, not seeing too much. Going under the hood, again, everything looks to be okay. Hood struts look good. The hood itself, the engine bay, the front bumper, all the body panels look pretty good on this car. If you guys follow a bunch of other salvage YouTubers, you know, you have Matt Armstrong. He got his Aston Martin, which came in a lot worse shape than this, and completely rebuilt it. So we'll see who gets their hands on this one. Probably just gonna be someone that resells it. We're never gonna actually see whoever got it. Going on, closer look to the engine bay, you can see everything looks pretty much fine in here. Everything looks aligned, intact, nothing out of the ordinary. Hopping into the interior, looks like it's a really nice color. I like the interior on this. I know that Aston Martin has a deal where they have to have the previous generation's technology inside of their cars compared to like what Mercedes and what Mercedes AMG is at today. So like the tech you'll find in here would be the generation before Mercedes, and Mercedes has a newer tech, and then when Mercedes, you know, has a new innovation with their tech and they upgrade, then Aston Martin will take the previous tech that they had before. So that's kind of been their new agreement. Again, I think that these V8 Vantages are really great deals now for cars, like supercars and something fun, sports car that you can really get your hands on, being that how much they depreciate. And having an AMG motor now makes the parts and servicing on it a lot more affordable in terms of supercars, and a lot more maintenance friendly. So compared to like what I had, where everything was the hand built, you know, out of England, you know, the V12s and the V8s that they had then, compared to those, these new ones are a lot easier and cheaper to work on compared to those ones. Going again inside, last trip was 1,100 miles. See 8,300 miles on the dash. No airbags deployed on on the car at all. So here we go. Here's the brunt of the damage. Looks like we have a rim curb rashed. Possibly can just get that refinished, so that'll help save some money. And it looks really just like this whole quarter panel is where most of the damage is. So I don't know if they got hit on the side by another car, or they were backing up a little too fast, or they were just going fast and they hit someone else on the side. But looks like a side swipe. Doesn't look like this trim piece on the bottom where the parking sensor is got hit. So, because these fender flares do come out, car is pretty wide on the back end. So it looks like just the tail light on this side, and this panel right here where most of the repair is gonna be, and then obviously the rim. Again, the suspension, if we go back to here, looks pretty normal. So it doesn't look like there's any suspension damage, which is good. Coming over to the front, nothing out of the ordinary here. It just looks like the hood is popped for when they took the pictures before and they just didn't close it. And then we have the VIN number right here. So yeah, this is gonna be car number 1, 2019 Aston Martin Vantage. Again, comment below if you think that this car is gonna be a really good deal or not. As of right now, it does not have an actual sale date, so if you are interested, go ahead and check it out. Again, it is listed in Texas right now. It's gonna be Crash Toys Dallas. So we're gonna move on to car number 2 now. This is the 2022 Chevy Corvette Stingray 3LT. So this one is actually here on the island. I was thinking about going and checking this one out. This one kind of is a little interesting. So the car is 5,200 miles on it, listed as a flood car. And if you guys can help, comment down below what you guys think, what's going on with this one, but we'll just take a walk around right now. So we have exterior body panels, everything looks normal. Again, it is listed as a flood car. It's a pure sale. Sorry, it's a pure sale. Current bid is at 10 grand and it is set to go on live in 3 days, just almost 4 days, 3 days and 18 hours. So going around, I just want to see if you guys kind of notice something that is a little odd about this car, and being that it is a flood damage car. Just going over it really quickly on the exterior, and then the interior you can see nice. You know, everything looks nice. So there's something that really sticks out right now. I don't know why there's no tires on the car. So all 4 tires on this car are gone. I don't know why. They have the car currently sitting on the rims too, it looks like. So I'm not really sure if you guys know what's going on with that. Just comment below if anyone is a little bit more familiar on why maybe at a salvage yard they would do this, or if someone that's familiar with insurance companies or, you know, flood cars, why the tires would be off on the car in the first place. So yeah, a little weird on why that's like that. Listed as an enhanced vehicle. Again, water damage. There's no visible water line, it looks like, on the car. There's a little marking right there. It could just be dirt, not sure. Again, no visible dents or anything like that. So the thing that makes me feel like this probably isn't a true flood car at this second is the interior, how clean the interior is. I mean, it still has the paper mats on the floor from whenever this person got it cleaned last. It's got keys right there. So you can see everything is on. Try and get a little bit of a better look of that. So you got the mileage right there. All the seats look normal. Again, there's no moss or anything growing inside. There's no algae, no mold growing inside, or salt or sand. So a little curious as to why, again, coming onto the passenger side, there's no tires. A little curious as to why this car has no tires, all 4. It's not like just one of them, so maybe it was like a flat and, you know, drove into the water or something like that, I don't know. It's just all 4 tires. And around the rims you can see, since they're you know, they have the black face on them, you can see they all look pretty good. Doesn't look like there's any curb rash on them. So not really sure what's going on with that. If you guys know, please do comment below, because I'm not too sure as to why this car is sitting like that. Going on to the back, again, nothing up here, nothing out of the ordinary, just a little dirty it looks like in there. And again, we got the VIN number right here. So just quickly just going to the front of the car, you got the stripes. It looks like it's sagging a little bit in this picture, but on any of the other pictures, here's the back end. Looks like a little bit aftermarket. Got the aftermarket wing on the back, little ducktail, and then looks like a rear diffuser. Looks to be aftermarket, possibly an aftermarket exhaust. Obviously looks like it's wrapped too. So yeah, if you guys know what's going on with this car, comment below. I'd definitely like to hear your thoughts and opinions on this one. So that's gonna be car number 2. We're gonna jump on now to car number 3. This one's actually pretty interesting. This one's also gonna be located in New York. Sale date to be determined. This car, we have a good old Toys for Tots car. We have the 2017 Lamborghini Huracan. No odometer reading. Listed as a run and drive though. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. So again, it's currently on upcoming lot. No one's been able to bid yet on it, so if you guys are interested in this one, let's just take a quick look around. Obviously you can see most of the damage on this car is going to be front end, looks like front center, possibly a rear ended someone going a little too fast. Maybe someone came out in front of them and they rear ended them. Who knows? Possibly maybe they were leaving like a twice for top meet or something like that. So this is the red Huracan Spider too. You can see on the top actually, when we get to that, looks like the crash bars on the top, just in case the car thinks it's gonna flip over from, I guess, the velocity of the impact. Car maybe thought it was gonna possibly flip over. So it did deploy those. Again, going to the back, you can see it did deploy them again. So going to the front though, you can see the brunt of that damage right up here. Looks like the whole front end of the car has to be replaced. I'm not sure. Again, the engine is in the back. You know, if someone able to fully repair the front of it if they want to, not sure. Or they can use it as a full parts car for another car and just take the whole motor out of this one. Not sure what it's gonna be listed at either. Going over to the driver's side, looks like the driver's side's pretty normal. Even the suspension, everything looks pretty good. They do have like the tape, the little plastic on the window because the windows won't go up. Looks like we have a big body panel right there, gap between the driver's side door and the front fender. Again, that's just gonna be this one right here. Obviously it got pushed in all along here. That whole front center and passenger side is just gone. Going over to the passenger side, you can get a better look now. Again, that the rollover bars did deploy on this car. Back end looks decent. Not really sure. That possibly looks like the gap in the front of the wheel is a little bit bigger than the back, but could just be the angle of the picture. And then you can see the front end is just heavy damage along with airbag deployment inside. Speaking of inside, let's jump in. You can see they took the door panel off of the driver's side. Definitely not a good sign. Looks like we have driver's steering wheel deployment on the airbag, passenger footwell, passenger windshield, and just front the airbag deployment. I'm assuming that the driver's side wheel well deployment, not wheel well, the driver's side footwell deployment, airbag deployment went off. Again, interior otherwise looks decent. Nothing looks broken here. It just seems like airbag deployment. Here's a closer look now at the front, so you can really see crash bars just destroyed the whole front end. Looks like we have the radiator over here just destroyed. You know, definitely a pretty serious accident. Hopefully they're okay, but not sure if I would purchase this car for myself and rebuild it, or just use it as a parts car for, or you know, for anything else, being that the back end is probably okay. Here we got the odometer reading. So this car has 4,759 miles on it, essentially a brand new car, already totaled. You can see up here, now you can see the crash bars, the rollover bars, I'm sorry, were deployed. Looks like a little bit of something back there. Not really sure what that is. I think it's just pieces of the car that just flew off. Yeah, so again, just gonna be adding a lot more to your price tag on the rebuild of this car. You already got the VIN number on it, and we'll go back to the beginning. Again, let me know let me know what your opinions are on this one. I'm not really too sure if I would be willing to ever purchase this one. I don't think I have the balls enough for that one. Just being on how much this is gonna cost, because that's just a ton of damage between the interior, the front end, and who knows what happened with the back end. You can actually see on this picture now, that wheel on the back passenger side, that rear passenger side wheel, you can see it's actually angled a little bit, so definitely something up with that. The whole frame's probably just all bent and fucked up. So yeah, I would probably steer clear of this one unless you want a good parts car for the motor, being that it does only have 4,000 miles on it. So let me know what you guys think below on that one. And then I have the best for last, of course. So this one is actually a pretty funny car that I came across on here. It's just got a really interesting story on it. So we're gonna click on it. We have the 2019 McLaren Automotive Senna. We have the McLaren Senna on here. This Senna is not just any Senna, it is the Hamilton Collection Senna. I'll throw up a picture of the car accident they had on the screen right now, and their aftermath of it. I believe a young girl was making a turn in front of them when I guess she didn't see him or whatever the case was. They were going straight. The other car was making a left turn, didn't see him, and just made a left turn straight into the side of them. As you know, the doors on the Senna are glass. They have the glass panels on the side. I know that was broken, and obviously you could see there's a ton of damage done to it here. So this car is currently listed in Chicago. No sale date as of right now. Again, it's gonna be Crash Toys auction is gonna be the one for this one. Estimated retail value is gonna be 1.3 million. Primary damage side, secondary is gonna be the front end. We have the 4.0 liter V8 again in here. So jumping into these pictures, as you can see, this car is all it's just all fucked up. This is gonna be one hell of a project car. Who knows, maybe a big YouTuber will be able to get their hands on it as like a once in a lifetime kind of thing. You can see that front wheel all fucked up. In the pictures, I know that I did see the car and that front suspension looks like it's just snapped off, so the wheel's just hanging there. Going onto the side now, you can really see all that extensive damage up here. They did take the door off. The door was just completely destroyed and bent. I believe it was like stuck also, just because of how it got hit and bent. Going on to the passenger side. Now the passenger side just seems pretty normal. Doesn't look like anything's really wrong with it at all. Looks to be pretty good. You can see what I'm talking about. So you got the glass there, and I believe there's like another body panel of glass right in there. So just kind of makes this car a little more expensive. Yeah, you can see a little bit better the glass panel right in there. So again, the passenger side does look okay. Front driver side looks okay. Again, all the damage is going to be up here and under here, so who knows how it's hiding the damage under there. Rear end looks decent. Going into the brunt of the damage right here, you can see the seat got some damage to it. It does have the key right there. You can see the carbon fiber frame and the bucket going into there is all destroyed and scratched up. You got body panels that are popped out here. You got the roof panel to the top, which is popped out, all destroyed with the door hinges. It's all bent. Not sure who would be willing to take this project on. I'm sure there's a couple of guys that are willing to. On the inside though, at least it doesn't look like any airbags deployed, so that's good. Definitely saved them a lot of money on the interior portions. And then going to here, it's got the dashboard. Nothing is lighting up as of right now. Assuming they just didn't want to start it, just with risk of damage or further damage happening, even though the back of the car should be fine and the motor should be okay. Going into the passenger side, everything looks normal over here, so you can really see now what it's supposed to look like. Just like this, you got the door hinge, you know, you can see how nice everything is up here. Passenger side compared to the driver's side. So you can really let that sink in about all the damage that was done. You know, you got all the scratching and everything like that here compared to nice and clean over here. Pretty drastic difference. Thankfully everyone involved in the accident was okay. So good on you, McLaren, for making a pretty good car. Besides, you know, them catching a fire and being in the shop every other day, but we'll get past that. So you look into the engine bay. Everything in here does look, you know, pretty normal, even though you can't see much. At least the glass doesn't look broken. Body panels over here don't look bad. So that's good at least. And then here we go. Here's some of the pieces that were included from the wreck. So at least they are giving you these, just being on how much they're valued at. Looks like we have a skid tray on the bottom, skid plate on the bottom, a bunch of carbon fiber parts. You can see all the carbon fiber there. Looks like door trim, probably some of the trim from the actual door itself, the passenger door that isn't there. Looks like we have a fender liner right here, possibly. And then here is the VIN. So you could see, here's a good one. There you go, there's the body of the car. Completely cracked in half, broken. So that's the carbon fiber frame, just broken. You can see the stickers peeling off too. You can see the crack just going all the way down and underneath. A little bit of scuffing too over here. This actually reminds me, that crack and that damage right there reminds me of Freddie Tavares and his McLaren that he rebuilt, because it looked very similar to this, and he cut the giant pieces out and he pretty much just rebuilt the whole body of the car from scratch, where it was damaged and broken in half. So if someone, you know, is willing to go through the extremes that he did, maybe he himself, we'll get this one. I know there was this one, and then also the flood damage Senna that went down in Hurricane Ida. I know that he was also interested in that one that I saw. So who knows, but this is gonna be vehicle number 4 for today, guys. Again, I just wanna bring you kind of a quick video, a little update as far as what's been floating around COPART right now. A couple of good deals, a couple of good buys. I personally am interested in getting some of them, or looking to start bidding on 1 or 2 of them. Not to this extreme, but definitely to something on the lower end. If anyone out there has any recommendations about bidding on, you know, nice low-end cars and stuff like that, that, you know, like low-end sports cars that go for a good amount of money, that are really fun to drive, just let me know. I was really thinking about, you know, a 911, maybe starting off like even smaller, like a Cayman or a Boxster or something like that. That's really fun, really cheap, and you know, maybe has a little bit of damage that would be fun to build myself. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be a wrap to today's video. Just let me know if you guys keep liking and enjoying these, as far as reviewing what's currently listed on COPART right now in the supercar, exotic car world. And you know, I'll be happy to keep dropping these kinds of videos. I do have a couple other videos coming up, one involving a new dealership that we're gonna go ahead and take a ride to, and show you some more inventory that they have, along with just some more stuff about the Colorado ZR2. So we're gonna keep it all automotive here. I hope you guys enjoy. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm enjoying every second of it. I really appreciate you all for tuning in. Remember to comment again, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment below which of these 4 you like and don't like, and those reasons why. All right, guys, I really appreciate you tuning in today. Take care.